But the other story, political story that we are focusing right here is the Congress sweep in the elections, local body elections in Punjab, and the BJP's sudden huddle over Western Uttar Pradesh. There was a meeting in the BJP headquarters yesterday. There was a crucial meeting at Sanjeev Balyan, a minister in the Union cabinet from Western UP, over Jat resentment. Remember, ever since Tiket cried as a fallout of the farmers' unrest, you have these huge Mahapanchayats, and the BJP feels that there could be a possible impact on over 40 odd seats. So this is a huge matter of concern for the BJP. But let's talk about the Punjab story first. I have Shiromani Akali Dal MP, Mr. Naresh Gujral with us. Mr. Gujral, thank you very much. How would you respond? I mean, this is a clean sweep for the Congress party. Almost an embarrassing position for the Shiromani Akali Dal. The Congress says that the reason why this is happening is because first you supported the ordinance and then later you moved away from the alliance. And that's why you have not been rewarded.
Well, I don't want to sound like a bad loser, but the fact of the matter is that this was a sham election. Hundreds and hundreds of nomination papers of the opposition candidates were rejected outright. I just give you a few examples. In Zira, for example, out of all the seats were unopposed because the nomination papers of both Akali Dal and AAP were rejected right in the beginning. In Guru Har Sahai, 16 seats are there, 9 were rejected, so that means only 7 seats were fought. In Firozpur city, there are a total of 30 seats, 10 were rejected outright, which means only 20 seats were contested. In Jalalabad, total of 17 seats, 10 were rejected outright. This list goes on and on and on. Now, we are not the only ones who suffered. Aam Aadmi Party, BJP, every single party that had a serious.
No, are you saying that the results would have been different had this not been the practice?
Yes, let me finish. I'm just saying, in Jalalabad, for example, because the Congress workers were not allowing the opposition parties to file papers, Mr. Sukhbir Singh Badal accompanied our candidates to file the papers. His convoy was fired upon. The stoning, firing, and the police just watched helplessly. Now, this is not the way to conduct an election. This was basically, they're claiming that they've swept the election only because they had the support of the police and the state election machinery. So this is no election really.
So it should not be seen as a referendum on the farm laws.
Despite everything, Akali Dal has managed to win more than 400 seats. So and Aam Aadmi Party has been relegated to only 47 seats. So the message is the next election is going to be between the two traditional rivals, Congress Party and the Akali Dal.
Okay.
And we are ready. The assembly elections are in 1 year. We are back in the game.
You're saying in the assembly elections,
give them a run for the money.
February 2022, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party will be relegated as smaller players, and the fight really will be between you and the Congress.
Absolutely, absolutely. And another take is that by doing this, by winning this election by hook or crook, the Chief Minister's camp has sent a message to their high command in Delhi that don't try to foist Mr. Sidhu on us.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gujral, many thanks for joining us on this discussion. Mr. Gujral feels that the contest in February 2022 is going to be between the Congress and the Shiromani Akali Dal, and that this cannot be seen as a massive Congress victory as a fallout of the farm laws, because he feels that these elections were not fair. But obviously there will be a Congress perspective to this as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Gujral, for joining us. Let's also go across to Mr. Harjot Bains, the spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, and Alok Vats, leader of the BJP. Mr. Bains, let's begin with you first. Would you share the assessment of the Shiromani Akali Dal, that these elections are biased? Because, you know, many people will see you guys as the sore losers.
Sanket ji, for an honest introspection of any elections, it is very much that elections that has been conducted should be free and fair. But sadly, in these elections, the democracy has been murdered. Rightly from the day of nominations, our nominations were rejected. And during the campaign, the MLAs of Congress and their relatives created an atmosphere of fear amongst the voters. And number third, on the day of polling, more than 200 booths were captured. You know, Punjab police was acting as their polling agents. There are videos, our district president was beaten on street. Punjab police acted as a polling, and even today, on the day of counting, you know, many of the winning candidates were declared as losers. You know, that there is even a fraud in counting. So everything, they have stabbed the democracy, and this cannot be an honest introspection. But we are proud as a party, as Aam Aadmi Party, which promises that an alternative politics, our candidate contested this election without any use of
No, but
liquor,
Mr.
money
Bence,
or any other consent.
Harjot ji, we just spoke to Mr. Naresh Gujral, and he feels that he's alleging the same against the Congress party and saying that this is a discredited victory. But he says that this basically shows, the results show that the contest of February 2022, that is the Vidhan Sabha elections of Punjab, are going to be between the two traditional rivals, the Shiromani Akali Dal as well as the Congress, with Aam Aadmi Party nowhere in the mix.
No, I tell you, Sanket ji, I have been campaigning in these elections. The people of Punjab, less than 365 days are left in the elections. People of Punjab are eager to vote for Aam Aadmi Party in 2022. The reason is that they want the Kejriwal model of development of the Delhi, not the fake Gujarat model, where now in Delhi 73% of the people are getting their electricity bill as zero. People are eager to vote for Aam Aadmi Party. Less than 365 days are, and we are winning, and we will form a government, and we will create a replica of Delhi in Punjab. We will give people free power, hospitals, schools, and the list goes on. I tell you, people are eager to waiting. And that we are winning this election. Less than 365 days are left, and we welcome. This was our first fight. This is the first time Aam Aadmi Party is contesting local elections in Punjab. We welcome the people's mandate. Had it not had it been an election, then figure would have been something different. And our workers, our volunteers are working
One
day and
moment.
night,
Let me get in. Let me get in Mr. Alok Vats also of the BJP. Mr. Vats, good evening.
Sure.
The point.
Good evening.
Yeah, the point over here is that the Shiromani Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party allege foul play as far as these local body election results are concerned. Traditionally, conventional wisdom says that usually the ruling party in the state tries to take advantage in these local polls. But the Congress looks at it as a sort of a referendum on the farm laws, saying that this is just proof that people in Punjab are unhappy, and they are unhappy to this extent. Now, in West UP, Mr. Vats, we have seen that the BJP has been in a huddle. It's not just restricted to Punjab. You see that there is a strong agitation happening in West UP also, massive Mahapanchayats. And the BJP does seem to be in a reason to worry. That is why you're having meeting after meeting. So is electorally farm laws not making sense?
No, it's not that. You see, right from the beginning, it was the people from Punjab and Western UP who were in the forefront of this agitation. And yes, in Punjab, it has taken its toll on us. In the elections, this was very clear from the beginning, because most of the people who were there in this agitation were from Punjab, and that's the whole India was saying. But look at the percentage of people compared to the Indian agricultural sector. This is negligible people, negligible percentage. And for the interest of the country at large, Narendra Modi is not going to bow down to this. Just for electoral gains in some places, the larger interest is of the country.
So I think that's a very interesting comment, Mr. Vats. So you are saying that these defeats in Punjab and perhaps some concern in pockets of Western UP just ahead of the Vidhan Sabha elections in UP are only small prices to pay electorally for a law which will have larger gains.
Yes, I stand by that.
No, but then why is the BJP strategizing so extensively? You had a meeting yesterday at the party headquarters for Western UP. Today, Mr. Sanjeev Balyan, who's a minister from West UP, held a meeting.
As a political party, we have to take care of our electorate. But at the same time, we have not closed or shut the doors for conversation and trying to sort out things.
Okay.
As an electorate, we are a party which contests elections. So if we are losing some electorate because of some reason, we must tighten our belts and try to get them back to our fold.
Okay. So you do realize that in certain pockets it will lead to electoral loss. So that calculation, you agree to that extent.
Already the writing is on the wall. It has happened in Punjab in the Nagar Panchayat Chunav, Nagar Nigam Chunav.
Okay. No, I like the fact that you're very, very frank about this, that you realize that this is leading to electoral loss.
Why shouldn't I be frank about it? When we have lost in Punjab...
No, but then what does this mean, Mr. Vats? If you have lost in Punjab, that means the people, and Punjab contributes the most as far as, the FCI, to the FCI kitty. So if farmers who contribute the most...
That I agree.
No,
yes,
but then,
there is a large pocket for rice and wheat in Punjab.
Correct, Mr. Vats. But if in Punjab the maximum contributor to the FCI,
they have not stopped growing the paddy and the wheat. That is still on. The agitation has nothing to do with not sowing the seeds for production.
Sure. Okay. Okay, Mr. Harjot as well as Mr. Alok Vats, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. We also spoke to the Congress Party's Manish Tiwari. Let's play out that interview. What are your initial impressions of the reports coming in from Punjab in the local body polls?
Well, Sanket, thank you very much for having me on your show. In fact, the results of the local bodies elections, and you've had both corporation and Nagar Council elections, has been an overwhelming mandate for the Indian National Congress. So essentially, there are three takeaways from the results today. The first takeaway is that it's an endorsement of the leadership that Captain Amrinder Singh has provided and the stewardship that he has been able to give direction to over the past 4 years to the state of Punjab. Number two, it is also an endorsement of the stand which the government of Punjab had taken, as it was the first off the block in order to articulate its complete opposition to the farm laws. In fact, the government of Punjab introduced 3 bills in the Punjab Vidhan Sabha, and the Vidhan Sabha with almost near unanimity, leaving aside 2 members of the Bharatiya Janata Party, in fact passed those bills, which are now pending with the governor. For some strange reason, he's not even sending it on to the Ministry of Home Affairs. Number 3, I think it is also an articulation of the grave anger and resentment which the people of Punjab feel over the manner in which the central government has dealt with this entire agitation on the farm laws, for the simple reason that most of these Nagar councils are nothing more than overgrown mandi towns. You know, essentially their economy is completely and absolutely dependent upon the agrarian countryside around these small towns. And so therefore, in a sense, I think it sends a very, very clear message to New Delhi that the people of Punjab, the government of Punjab is completely and absolutely one with the farmers in their struggle against the farm laws. And because the Indian National Congress decided to stand with the farmers, the people of Punjab endorsed that stand of the Indian National Congress, and it led to a complete and absolute...
Sure, but Mr. Tiwari, is this trend, according to you, going to continue in the upcoming Vidhan Sabha elections also, which are due in February 2022 in Punjab? Because, you know, as far as the BJP is concerned, they made it very clear, laws are not going anywhere.
Well, if the laws are not going anywhere, the agitation against the laws is also not going anywhere, Sanket. So therefore, make no mistake, we are a very, very resilient and a very persevering people, and we will keep at it till the time these laws do not get repealed. But to answer your question, whether you can extrapolate these trends to the upcoming Vidhan Sabha elections in the January of 2022, my answer would be yes. And the reason why I say that is because if you rewind back over the past 4 years, we won the assembly elections. Then you had elections to major corporations in Punjab, Amritsar, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Patiala. The Congress won all the corporations. Then you won 8 out of the 13 Lok Sabha seats, losing 1 seat very narrowly to the BJP, which is the adjoining seat to me, Hoshiarpur. And then now you convincingly and overwhelmingly won these remaining corporations and Nagar Council elections. So therefore, this is a trend which has held over the past 4 years.
And what about the Shiromani Akali Dal? I mean, you've made some inroads in some SAD strongholds as well. Is that going to continue, or can they contain the damage?
Well, insofar as the Shiromani Akali Dal is concerned, I guess the people of Punjab have sent them a very clear message that you cannot run with the hare and hunt with the hound. You cannot be a part of the cabinet which promulgated their ordinances, and then you cannot first campaign that these ordinances are good for farmers and for the people of agrarian states. And then when you see build-up of angst against these laws, do an abrupt U-turn and, kind of do the drama of resigning from the union government and trying to be more holier than the Pope. I think the people of Punjab have actually seen through this charade, they've seen through this gimmickry, and that's why the Akali Dal has been given a very resounding defeat by the people of Punjab.
Okay. Mr. Manish Tiwari, many thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.